many of you, of course, have seen Hylo over the years. Maybe some of you haven't seen it in a long time. So I'll really just go quickly and highlight some of the new things that we've built, the bigger new things we've built over the last couple of years. But Hylo still looks like Hylo in many ways. Still maybe familiar to many of you. I'll point out we now have threaded comments and the ability to put images in comments. There's also text formatting, which we just released recently. So some, sort of basic fundamental things that are important for social platforms. One of the pieces that we built with some of the partnership with Scott and Pacific Integral is this group Explore page that shows you kind of, the overview of recently active members and open requests and offers, upcoming events, recently active projects, kind of the full overview. And this is what new members see when they first land. And then I really wanted to highlight our Hellenic architecture, we call it. And so Hylo used to have the idea of groups and then networks of groups. I mean, we extended that to now support kind of infinitely nested groups. And so a group can be part of multiple parent groups or networks, and it can have any number of groups inside of it, and that can go up and down any number of levels. And we see that this is really a key way of kind of mapping and making visible and useful the way that real world collaboration happens now, and the way that we all kind of want to create this mycelial web of distributed, non-hierarchical collective sense making and decision making and stewardship of resources. And I think this is like very aligned with some of the work that Neighborhoods is doing with on Holochain. And so we're really excited about the first version of the Hellenic architecture. Also really want to highlight the Geographic Map, which for us, we see local coordination and organizing and collaboration and kind of mutual aid networks, things like that being really important. And so, you can see posts, you can filter them by topics and keywords, you can find other groups. I'm looking at the map within a group and find members. And we're just about to launch different map layers, which is another way that we want to start connecting people with place. So you can see your native territory that you're a part of, and we're about to start adding a whole bunch more layers to the map. So there's a lot more we could talk about there, but that's really been an exciting new feature. And then let's see, I also want to highlight our group explorer. So actually one other thing that we added over the last couple of years is public posts and public groups, and the ability for people to kind of find things across the platform outside of in the silos of their groups. And so we have this group explorer where you could come onto Hylo, maybe you haven't been invited to a group, and you can find all the groups that are near you. And maybe this is our staging server, but this is real data from a few weeks ago. So here's a cool sounding group for outdoor therapies for BIPOC behavioral and mental health. So I could request to join that group. So that's really powerful and starts to enable the kind of broader ecosystem that we see Hylo as bringing forth. Let's see, I think that's kind of the important stuff I wanted to highlight today. I mean, Claire mentioned we just launched our first APIs and a first integration with a third-party tool that enables people to kind of onboard onto Hylo through this other tool. I think I'll leave it at that for now. And of course, if there's questions or things that people want to know more about later, that would be great.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Tibet. And I